We will move to the next topic. Yes. Yeah, yesterday you were asking a question, Keshav sir. Yes, on that unary, just want to just give a quick update. So this one, as discussed, unary operators. Again, there are two things. One is unary minus or unary plus, and then unary incrementation. So whatever I am saying is this Python doesn't support unary incrementation, that is plus plus. That's all. Unary minus or plus, that is allowed actually. So this small correction maybe what I can just add is instead of mentioning unary operators, it doesn't support. It doesn't support unary incrementation or decrementation.
Yeah,
That's
how
all.
we have in
Yes.
C language like I plus plus, in the
Yeah,
same way,
yeah.
it doesn't support it right here. Yeah,
Yes, yes, sir.
yes,
But
yes.
unary minus or unary plus, it supports. Generally, we
Supports,
don't
yeah.
apply plus. Yeah, yeah.
Correct, correct, correct.
Yeah, that will work here. That is the only FYI. That's all. So maybe to make it more clear, Python doesn't support unary plus plus. I mean, instead of saying no unary incrementation or decrementation, this should be this should make more sense. Yeah, that's all, sir. Because if you apply, even if you try to apply this, you get an error in Python. That's all. Other than that, everything is fine, sir. Just this is the one I just want again, just uh,
Correct, yeah.
share it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. And we have discussed about type conversion, and we just had a very detailed discussion yesterday. So I hope all of you are clear, and you have anyhow. Every session is, I hope, it is uploaded into BI Data Tech YouTube. For any recap, please visit that and just check that. And then now, today we jump to the next topic, control statements. So this is interest. From here, it would be more interesting. We slowly get into the more of programming part. So what I would like to do is today, before I jump to this control statements, I want you to install PyCharm and Jupyter both. Let it be there. And then maybe it depends on our this thing. We choose either PyCharm or Jupyter. That should be fine. So now, just I'll show you how to install this. So to install this one, what we can do is PyCharm. Suppose let's start one by one installing PyCharm. So you just type here in the Google just PyCharm download. Then you go to this JetBrains, and here scroll down a bit, friends. Just a minute. Maybe click on this download. Yeah, see here, friends. This is professional. We don't need professional PyCharm because it's a licensed one. We don't need this, friends. So scroll a bit here and you can find community edition, and you can download this, friends, and download this and install it. Already I have it, so I don't need that. But anyone wants to download PyCharm, just click download here. It just downloads. Once it downloads, just it's a installation setup. That's all. Just double click on it and just move through that setup slides. Just say next, next, next. It keeps on installing. So make sure this is installed in your machine. This is one thing. I don't know if I have Anaconda. Jupyter we can create from Anaconda, friends. Yeah, I think I have Anaconda already with me. So to have Jupyter, what you can do is you can download Anaconda. If it is PyCharm, you directly download it JetBrains, friends. Maybe if you want, I can share this link as well. Let me just share the link to you. So this is the download link. I put it in the chat box. If anyone wish to download directly, you can take this link and download, friends. And suppose if you want to download Anaconda for Jupyter, right? For Jupyter notebook. So this is the Anaconda. From here, you can, if you need to, I don't think we need to sign up. If sign up is needed, just sign up and then download it, friends. No problem. Go to this Anaconda, this thing, and from there download that Anaconda and install Anaconda. And within this Anaconda, we have this Jupyter notebook. There you can start Jupyter and start working. So that I'll show you in one session. We'll see that how to go with PyCharm, how to go with Jupyter. Later we'll decide which one to continue. Should we continue Jupyter? Mostly we try to continue with Jupyter. That was the idea. Or else, if we think PyCharm is also fine, we will do that. That's all, friends. So make sure these two softwares are ready in your local in your machine, friends. Make sure you install this and keep it ready, friends. Any help needed? Ask me or Keshav sir. We help you for with installation. No problem. So now, sorry, friends. Control statements. So what is controls? This is the next topic today. We need to start here. So this is one of the very core topic in any programming. You can't imagine any programming language without control statements. And actually, the actual core part of any language lies in these control statements. You write how much our code you write in any language, and that is possible only with control statements. So what are that? So these are all these decision-making statements, loops. That's all we have in Python. We don't have switch case, all that like in case control statements like in C, C++ or Java. We even apply similar, we try to implement a case with the if itself in Python. So that is the idea, friends. So let's start with decision making and then we'll jump to the loops. Probably if we can finish decision making, we jump to loops. That to while and for. We don't have do while in Python. So that we will anyhow, we will have a quick note about it. You can see here, no do while, no switch in Python. Okay, so this is about this one, friends, about control statements. So next, decision making statements. What is a decision making statement? This, like, these checks a condition if it is true or false, and based on that, you try to process something. So that is what decision making statements do. And these are all decision if and if else and elif. All these are decision making statements in Python. Okay. And then anyhow, in loops, we try to discuss about while and for. Now let's jump to decision making. What is a decision making? It checks whether condition is true or false. All of us, most of us know this definitely. Even if you don't know that, this is the start of this decision making statements are conditional statements or if statements. What this if statements do is they check a condition if it is true or false. So that's what they does. And if you start with if, just a simple if, just one if, what it does, it checks whether condition is true or false. If it is true, it executes the if block. Else, it will skip the execution of that block. That's what if always do. Okay, so we'll start this. Now the syntax of if look like this, friends. If you look at it, this is the syntax of if condition colon and then statements. And this is how syntax of 2.x. You can follow anything. I think these days this IDE supports both. You can follow this or this. I think it is fine, no problem. But in 2.x, Python version 2.x, you don't need to put brackets with if. You can just leave it open. And another important thing is either 2.x or 3.x, whatever version it is. Generally, this is almost legacy one. So now people, after 2020, we don't get any updates for this, friends. So that's why you can ignore this, no problem. 2.x is not that really needed, and almost 2.x and 3.x almost same. We don't need to worry much about it. And coming to this is the syntax of 3.x. And this is how we just declare if here, if condition colon. And you can see one thing here. We don't have a block here, and that block is created like this with the indentation. You can see here, friends, there is all the statements are indented with the same space. You can see here, and this indentation, all the statements under with same indentation, this is called as a block in Python. And this is how we create blocks in Python. Like in Java, suppose you see here, friends, if it is Java, C, C++, we create program like this with what is that, friends? I think somebody needs to let me mute myself otherwise. Okay. Thank you, friends. So this is how we declare this one, friends. A block in Python, sorry, in C, C++ or Java. Of course, this is Java class. And in Java class, if you want to create any block, we use this opening and closing bracer. Suppose if it is the block, you can see opening and closing bracer. For just one statement, we don't need a block in Java or C or C++. But if you have more than one statements, definitely we need a block in other languages. This braces is a block there. But in Python, we don't have any braces. See, this kind of blocks we represent with the indentation here. All statements formatted with same space or with same indentation. You can see inside if each of the statements are pushed inside with same space. Maybe generally recommended is a tab space. Tab means 4 spaces, friends. But at least if you indent with one space, it is okay. But a standard practice is using a tab space. And this is how we create a block in Python. And you never see this opening closing braces in Python, friends. Right? You write some 1,000 lines or 10,000 lines of code. Still, you don't see that opening closing braces. You don't never see that. You always go with indentation. That's simple. And this is something very simple to understand. Initially, you just need to only try to get that indentation properly. So this is the simplicity of Python again, right? So that's all, friends. You got it right. This is the syntax of if condition, put colon. That means under that there is a block. Wherever you see colon in Python with some construct, with some programming construct, might be if or while or for or class or anything, function or anything, means under that there is a block. Right? This acts as a heading, and then under that we mention a block. And I have clearly explained about indentation. What is indentation? Declaring group of statements with same space, right? Indented inside to that construct. We have to leave out some space into that particular construct. So that is indentation, friends. Simple to understand, right? So that is a simple idea, the syntax and all that. And what is indentation? How to create blocks in Python? Difference between other languages and Python. In other languages, blocks are created like this, friends, but we don't have that in Python. We create blocks with the indentation, right? That's the idea. Anyhow, when we keep practicing, when we keep doing, you get a clear idea about everything. It's just a matter of 1 or 2 days practice if anyone is new to Python. That's all, friends. And this is about if here. What if does? If you look at the syntax, we pass condition here. If this condition is true, then this block gets executed. If this is false, then this block is skipped from execution. That is the simple execution flow of if statement. Okay. And here we have actually 3 different types of if. One is simple if, second one is multiple if, third one is nested if. We'll go one by one. Simple if means just one if statement, friends. Saying simple if means we just have one if statement in a program, and the syntax is this: if condition statements with proper indentation into that construct. This we can call all this as constructs. Okay. So we'll do one small program. What is that program? Program to check greatest of two numbers. Now I use PyCharm. Let me close this and create a new project altogether for this one, for our Python this thing. I'm closing this. I'll show you how to start from the beginning. So make sure this Python installation, everything is ready by tomorrow, friends. PyCharm or Jupyter. So generally, to start PyCharm, what do you do here? Just once you install, you can just search for your PyCharm and open this PyCharm. Double click on that. It will start that PyCharm exe. Now it is opening. I'll show you how to create a fresh project and how to start creating programs in PyCharm if someone is new for PyCharm. Okay. And also we will see how to debug all that, whatever that is needed for development. And also maybe in future, we will also see how to integrate this with Git or GitHub. Okay, because generally in Office, we try to integrate with Bitbucket. But here, as we are relying on open sources, so we try to integrate with GitHub, that version management or versioning thing. Even that we see. One by one we'll go. Anyhow, no need of any rush. We have enough time to cover everything in detail. So file, do one thing, just leave this as is. We don't need to worry much about these things. So new project, we create a new one now. So what is that you should do? Once you open PyCharm, always make sure go to this file and then say new project. Okay. And then here I'm just adding like this. So this is project name. So I'm changing this project name. So I am giving this as a BI data tech underscore Python. Just naming this. Okay, Python, something like I'm just giving something like batch one or something. Okay. So now what is that I should do? These are all you can leave it as is, friends. So this you can see you should just check if this interpreter is added or not, because by default, before we install PyCharm, make sure a Python software is installed in your machine, friends. That is important. If you directly install PyCharm, it will look for interpreter. And if this don't exist, then this won't work, friends. Then it will be difficult to create and execute Python programs in PyCharm. Step one is make sure you install PyCharm. Sorry, not PyCharm. You install Python software, which I showed you to download from python.org. Once that is done, once your core Python software is installed, then you can install either PyCharm or Jupyter. I mean, Anaconda. Okay, that is important step, friends. Just an FYI for all of you friends. Okay, so now after that, what you can, everything is fine here, friends. It took everything fine. What is that? It shows that Python interpreter, all that is fine. So we don't have a problem now. So what I can do is, if you want, you can already, if Git integration is there, you can do that. We create one for BI data tech and integrate it. For now, I am leaving this because I created something for myself, but it's okay. I will check with Keshav sir and create one for BI data tech. So or it might be already there if I'm not wrong. So create it. And then maybe if you want, you can choose this window or new window or attach. It's up to you, friends. So maybe I just put this window. This is how we have to create a project in PyCharm. It's all simple, friends. It's about everything is a window operation. I don't think this is too difficult to do it, friends. But still, anywhere, any problem, just you can stay back after class. I'll help you. No issues with that. So now, or else, if any issue is there, you can connect on weekends for the support. We help you. So no problem with that. So now, this is, you can see here, friends, project is created. These are all, this virtual environment is something really important. In one session, I'll clearly explain about what is this VE and VE, what is the purpose of this, why we need all that. I will give a detailed discussion. But for now, it's not needed because we create project and we can start creating programs. This is enough. And this is what I generally use in my day-to-day work for my non-BAU work. So BAU means non-BAU means non-business as usual for implementing projects as a Spock. But there is one more thing BAU. For that we use a different type of development tool which is specific to our organization. You got it right. So that is almost more than customized, better customized than these IDs. It is more advanced, I should say. Even that, what is that I should say? Many things were automated in that kind of IDE because it's actually a organization level thing and many developers across the organization uses that. So, and it is also specific to our company. So they don't exist outside, friends. Those tools don't exist outside. Okay, just an FYI. But for non-BAU, definitely we generally use this, friends, PyCharm. And now this is the project created, just giving you an idea what all I am using and how it would be useful. And what is that I should do now? Once you create project anytime, remember, friends, generally what we do is in learning, we directly create Python programs and we start writing code. But always a good habit is create, what is that, friends? Python package. Make sure you create some Python package. Now we are doing some decision making statements. So I'm just making my pro package name, my Python package as decision making. Yes. Now you can see package is created. If it is a package, generally package has this init.py. If you just create folder, this won't exist. But this is important. Remember, whenever you create any package, this must exist. If you open this, nothing will be there. This is an empty file. We'll talk more about this package or modules later, but just giving you a quick idea. So, okay. Generally, create Python packages, friends, more than just creating folders. Once we create package in project, now you start creating your programs here. Right click and then new and then Python file. And now we are doing a greatest test. So, and make sure provide meaningful names to your program, friends. This is also important. So now what is that? We are in decision making that to simplify. I want to check greatest of two numbers with simplify, right? So what is that I should do? I have to declare two variables. So you can add a comment first. What is that? I am finding greatest of two numbers. Okay. Generally, if it is office, we also add author name, all that when it's created, all that. But now this is enough. This simple comment is enough. So what is that I do? Declaring variables or reading variables, anything should be fine. Okay, then try to declare two variables, some value one equal to. So what is that? Do you want input from keyboard or directly assign that up? It's up to you, friends. You do what is best for you. Yesterday I showed you. If you want to read from keyboard, use input function. One important thing you should do is if you are doing some numeric operation, convert it to required type, either int or float, friends. I am converting it to int for finding greatest, converting int would be a appropriate operation. Okay, fine. And similarly, read one more or okay, value 2. And then maybe if you want, you can pass some text here, else you can just leave it empty, it's fine. But make sure when you run code, it will wait for input and you provide that input, and don't think your program is not executing, friends. If you don't put comment, I mean that description here, you might, even when you run, it will wait for the input. Sometimes we might get confused. It's that program is not running. So to avoid that, generally provide description here. Enter value 1, and similarly, even if you don't pass, only you should be aware of this thing, friends. That's all, nothing more than that. Enter value 2. So this is how you should read variables in Python. Okay, this is how we should do dynamic initialization in Python, reading from keyboard. Now we should apply condition check here. So you can directly do this. Generally, these kind of things, we move it into functions in a real development. But here, as we are doing that, as we are in the very beginning phase, we can leave that until we discuss functions topic. Okay, condition. If value 1 greater than value 2, colon, then we say print. So I am using my style of print statement. Generally, I have shown you yesterday the regular or the basic style of print. Right now, A is something like, I am using a placeholder here, is bigger than, again a placeholder. I'm applying a format method. Just follow this. I'll explain that. What is the purpose of placeholders here? In place of this placeholder, I put first value. That is value 1. In place of second placeholder, I put second value. So, this condition is true. When this is true, only when value 1 is bigger than value 2. Okay. And then here, we just need to pass these values. Value 1, comma, in the format, just we need to pass. And value 2. And this is more efficient print. So this makes us to test our code much more easier, friends. Okay. So this is in the first placeholder, this first value is substituted. In the second placeholder, second value is substituted. Likewise, wherever you want to insert some value, just put a placeholder and then to that format method, pass that variable which you want to substitute in this placeholder. This makes more sense for us. That's all, friends. In a simple if, we just have only one if, and we just check the condition. If it is true, something should come. If condition is false, we don't get any output, friends. We don't get any output. And you can see that this if I have a colon and we have an indentation. You can see a clear indentation, that to a tab space. And these IDEs, these are sophisticated IDEs, right? They provide auto indentation. You can just use Control Shift Alt L. Control Shift Alt L. And you see here, reformat file. It just formats the whole file. You can select whole file and just say whole file and run. It formats everything, friends. You got it right? This is just an idea. And anyhow, this gets recorded in the video. In case you forget, you can just go through this recorded session. So that is the idea. So maybe the formatting, what is the shortcut we have used? Control plus Shift plus Alt plus L, friends. So this is what we should do for formatting in PyCharm. I hope this is clear. So finally, we are done with the very simple program to test if statements. We are not just learning just about if, we are also understanding the dynamics of PyCharm, all that as well. Now finally, right click Run this. Enter value 1. See, just give 10 and 5. It's up to you. It's not like, see, this is test case 1. So we have here 10 is bigger than 5. So we just did a testing with the test case 1 with 10 and 5 values. Maybe you can try test case 2, a simple test case 2, where you can give 5 and 10. Now run it again, rerun here. You can run this program in 2 ways. Either directly come here, choose which file you want to execute from this drop down list and then directly run. Okay, so now enter 1, 5 and 10. And you can see now even this test case is okay. But what is that? The condition here is false. When condition is false, this block is not executed. So we don't see any result if it is simple if. But in programming, we just only use just simple if. We also add some multiple if or if else or something like that in a real code. But we are just starting programming, just showing you how the behavior of simple if, the execution flow with simple if, friends. So finally, we just tested 2 test cases. One, the positive test case, and the second negative test case. And finally, we got some output here. You got it right, friends. Suppose
in case instead of integers, if we give like A, B, C, so will it give any error, or it will say it's not a relevant integer?
Yes, definitely it throws error, friend. We had a discussion yesterday. So that is another test case. Okay, let's take it as test case 3. So this is passing non-numeric values. ABC in sense, what is it? The pass. Is that what you mean, right, friend?
Yes, non-numeric value. Either it may be floating number or non-integer value. Yeah.
Yeah, non-integer in sense some ABC 1, 2, 3. Let's take it. Okay. Sorry, friends. And BBC 1, 2, 3. Let's take something 2, 3, 4. If you give this, generally it's actually I mean, we have to be careful as a developer, friend, because when we are doing these kind of this thing validations, mostly we need to pass numeric data from keyboard. So it should be always numeric values, at least numeric strings. If we pass non-numeric, anyhow, we had a very detailed discussion yesterday. This is not in a acceptable format. And if it is not acceptable, it leads to value error. Anyhow, we test it because there is nothing wrong in going with multiple test cases like this. So right click, run this. As one of our friend asked me, I just gave ABC 1, 2, 3. In the first instance itself, it's throwing error, value error, see, sir. So why? Because
yes,
this is not right format, sir. When you are going with what, sir? When you are trying to input something for an integer, for validations like this, and you can clearly see here, my friend, we are trying to convert this to integer. Then in such case, this kind of conversions require proper numeric string. So it should be numeric string, sir. It should not be alphanumeric. I hope this is clear. So that is the idea. So just be careful with this. Else there is one more thing. Of course, still, even if you add exception handling, try catch or try except, we can actually, I mean, avoid breaking program, but still that issue is there. That error exists there, and it goes to accept and it will catch. We can avoid breaking program, but still this scenario cannot be fulfilled. You got it right. Maybe we can, but as we have exception here, immediately it will break from here. We can stop that breaking. That's all. But the important note here is when we are doing these kind of validations, we must ensure that we are passing a proper input to the variables. That is important, friends. You got it right. So that is the idea. So this is just anyhow, while learning, we can provide as many, we can do testing with as many test cases as possible. There is nothing wrong with that. So just giving an idea. But in development, generally, to handle this, we one scenario is we apply try that exception handling. Second scenario, we ensure that we are passing proper format. That these two are important, friends. Okay. So that's about simple if. Shall I jump to the next topic? Simple if is done. So
Manohar,
yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
so can you just show that now we have given input as the integer. Whatever we have given input is not correct, right? Instead of integer, if we can give any string and we give the correct input, that will take it in correct format, right?
Yeah, we are giving input as a string only, madam.
Hmm.
So see when you run this, by default input read value as a string only, madam. You got it? What we are
Yeah,
that
yeah.
but that input should be a numeric string. What is it,
Hmm.
ma'am? It
Yeah,
should
yeah.
be numeric string. If
Hmm.
you pass non-numeric, it leads to value error. Why? Because integer this we know that we are doing some numeric validation. Providing proper numeric string from input is very important. Is that clear, ma'am?
Yeah, understand. But if I want to just give it in text format in the sense like completely string, if I want to mention means I need to change the
Yeah. So
it-
let me do one thing. Let me convert this into a two-step process. Let me show you first this one, ma'am. So in that case, if you want to string, you can directly read this. Suppose you see just for quick testing type of, you can choose value one. That is one thing. Let's input that. We'll break here. Let's not do validation as we don't use any type of value to. And now you can run this, but we are giving strings, right? See, let's run this now. I'm giving some, you tell me, ma'am, what string shall I give here? Shall I say ABC123? This will
ABC.
accept
Yeah.
now. BBC123. But this is not like applying greater than less than is not the right way of validating string data, ma'am. You can see here.
Yes. Yes.
You can see we got string because when you say check with type, we can clearly observe that the data we are passing here is a string type. Is that clear, ma'am?
Yes. Clear. Thank you.
But this is not how we validate strings, ma'am. This is validating some conditions if you want to pass data.
Understand. Yeah.
But
Understand.
string we have a different way that we see when because we have a very big topic on string class itself, like all methods, and we do a lot of programming on that. Then I will also come back, like, how to compare strings and all that, all that, ma'am. Is that okay?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So now, again, I'm just removing this, friends. Again, reverting back to the old, is that the previous stage? Because this is finding greater stuff to write. This is the right approach, friends. We have to convert it to integer. Make sure you pass a numeric string and do the validations and get whatever output you want. That's all. And these are test cases we have created. Generally follow this kind of approach. So that helps you to get more command on your programming, friends. Okay. So that is the idea. Now let's move to the next topic.
Just one doubt,
Sure,
sir.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
In the program, like why we have entered star args there? Is it
So
mandatory?
this by default, this PyCharm is there, right? To accept this multiple values here. This is actually a variable length argument, ma'am. You got it right. So this is actually not needed. If you ask me, actually
Mhm.
not needed. But this is actually added as a part of which one? This PyCharm thing by default shows this for
Mhm.
us, ma'am. But actually this is not needed. So if you do the same programming in idle or something, it won't show. Star
Mhm.
arcs means the meaning of this is a
Accepting multiple arguments here.
variable length parameter. Suppose I am not even able to copy this. You can see here. I am trying to copy, it won't get.
Understood. Understood.
But yes, ma'am. please.
And I have pinned one of the print statement. Can you just try and show if this works? I heard that this is a new style of printing. Maybe it will be useful for others also if it works.
This is another way again, third style of print actually. Yes, this works. So
Okay.
what you are doing is you are using a kind of regular expression thing here. This is one more style. So what you are using here is a regular expression one, which is almost near to this, but instead of format, you are directly choosing F. You got it right, ma'am. So this is
Yeah, I
also
got
even this is also even allowed style in programming. Got it, ma'am?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can choose anything. You can choose this one, you can choose this one, or you can choose even this one. One more printing style. Let me show you. Because as this topic came in, I just want to show, just let me just quickly show you all three different styles. This is one more style, something like I can say value one, comma in double quotes is bigger than comma value two. This is one more. So this is the basic general, I mean, we use it. But usually when you go to development, all that, people either use this or this. In most of our code bases, either we use this or this one. I think is fine. But this we
We are
generally
using
use.
third approach, sir,
Yeah.
in our
So
application.
yeah, it's up to you.
Hmm.
So if you want to follow this, you follow this. As you are using this, maybe we can do one thing then. From next prints onwards, let's use this one. Right? So this print, what is that? You should start with F, and this is whole a format string again. In that, wherever you want to pass some value, put a placeholder and pass that value directly. And with this F string, format string, one important thing we should keep in mind is you must this expects a placeholder by default in this string. So suppose I remove this. Generally, I tested sometime back. So let me run this one. So one is this. Enter some 10 and enter some 5 is bigger than fine. Suppose you put placeholder and the second test, and you cannot leave this placeholder empty, friends. This you must and should pass values if you are placing placeholders here. This is important. Else, if you don't pass anything, yeah, directly we can just test it quickly. You can just say something. What is that? A is bigger than B or something. Just a generic statement without values. But in programming, when you do testing, always passing values is a best practice so that you can, in development generally, because we come to know what we are testing and what values we are passing, all that. So this is third style. So follow this, no problem. Okay, friends. So as even Keshav sir mentioned, you are using this for your development. We follow the same thing throughout our sessions. Okay. Right click and run this, ma'am. Run this, friends. I'm just only by default passing 10 and 5. It's up to you, friends. You can test with whatever values you think it would be useful for your testing. Okay. See, 10 is bigger than 5. All are same here. Okay. Finally, this is the idea about this one. Any more questions? Any more questions, friends? Are you okay now? Shall we jump to the next topic? Okay, then next move to the multiple if. Multiple if means more than one if. That's all, friends. So we tested one program now with greatest of two numbers. You can try these as well. So a few more programs. I just ping you. I just tested greatest of two. You can check whether a number is even or not, leap or not. Test this, friends. Okay. Let me just ping you in the chart. Just quickly solve them. Later on, you can also, once you get a clear idea, not here, maybe, yeah, should be fine just for passing questions. Okay. Test this, friends. And you can check for even or not, leap or not, always. Now
Yeah.
multiply.
I mean, I have a question. It might
Yes,
be I'm
please.
asking a question which is you might be covering that answers in future classes. But the thing
Yes,
is,
yes. Yeah.
my question is, see, we have given integer like one value
Yes.
one is integer, value two is integer. As a
Yes.
programmer, you know that I'm an end user. I don't know whether it is integer or string. So if you ask me to enter a value, I enter a. If I ask you enter a value, second value, I will enter B. So as a user, I don't know what you write in the code, right? So at that
Yes,
time,
yes.
it should not give me an error. It should tell me, hey, you must enter the number, something like that. I know that you are going to cover this, but if I'm asking too early, then ignore the question, please.
Yeah. See, in that case, by default, mostly user try to enter a string, sir, not integers, because in most of the cases we try to read data in the form of string and we do that conversion in the code. Is that clear? That is step one. Step two, suppose even then, if you think that user is a layman, he don't have any idea about this, then we add some conditions while reading data itself. So we can do validation, sir. Suppose you want a pure, what is it? A pure integer value. And you want a pure digit, you are expecting a digit from user. Then we can do a validation on strings, sir. See, there are methods on strings. Again, so what is that? Because you asked this question, but anyhow, as you mentioned, we cover this in string topic. I got it right, sir. Whatever user is entering from keyboard. So first validation, we should see what input user is providing. Is it a, so there are three things you have to check, two or three things. One, we should check if it is a digit. If user is entering is digit, or if user is entering is alpha, that is one thing, alphabet or alpha, just leave it like that, or alpha numeric. What is he entering? We should check these things, friend. Friend. Is that clear? Now, so the requirement is if user is passing alphanumeric or alpha, immediately you have to inform the user. Hey, you are entering this non-numeric data. Make sure you pass numeric. You got it right, friends. So else otherwise you check for a digit. Otherwise, each digit is straight validation. The input what you user enter from keyboard is digit or not. If it is digit, you try to do the conversion. You do this validation as a first check, my dear friend. So what do? You do this as a first check. This validations, keep this validation in first place. Suppose if it is a development project and you want to cover all different scenarios. So string has these methods, friends. Okay, then we should check if that input user is passing that, I mean the layman. So check if it is digit or not. If you are expecting a pure numeric string, then if it is not digit, immediately inform the user, hey, this is not digit. Make sure you enter some digit in the form of some kind of statement. Even when you go to ATM, it gives a message if you see, sir. What it says, it's not valid or something. It asks you to enter proper value something. That kind of validation we should create it. But in code, this is the validation you should do. In case suppose you see here. So yeah, first thing, of course, not before going to do the, I mean, validation of this greatest. You do one thing, put this here, read input from keyboard. Suppose you can do one thing. If value one dot, you can see here, there are plenty of methods available in string class, you can see, and one such method is digit. If it is digit, then you can do one thing. Maybe to want to make it more, what shall I say, to make it more robust, more control code. Put this if condition after validating this. So this time what this condition check happens only if your digits are if your values are digits from keyboard. Sorry, numeric digits, yeah, or numeric values. Okay, so this is one thing. I just tested only one. If you also, what is that? If value 1 dot is digit, and because both must be value 2 dot is digit. Because we are going, anyone, if you don't understand, don't think about this, friends, because this we cover in string topic. Because one of our friend raised a question, I'm just trying to provide some solution here, quick solution. That's all. So this is how we can control, I mean, handle this scenario. So what's happening? I'm seeing if the input what we enter by default, it reads a string, friends. That string again, what is that we should do? Convert it, check if it is a digit, then do this validation. Else, what is that? Just pass it something. Generally, we add.
I got it. If I mean, I feel like, that's will get confused, with my question. So just ignore my question if you are going to cover this in future.
Definitely, this is
Yeah.
there in string topic. So
Yeah.
if such
Yeah.
scenario occurs, then what is that? It's okay, friend, no problem. Because as you raise this question, everyone doesn't need to understand this. This whatever I am trying to tell here or teach here or discuss here. But only thing is, this is how we can solve this issue, or we can handle this issue. So just showing only solution, like what if we have such kind of issues or such kind of scenario occurs. So you have there is everything that is needed to handle any kind of scenario in programming. So this is the validation we put. Now this makes more sense, right, friends? It's okay, my dear friend. So I am only just trying to provide when we have these kind of situations or scenarios. So there is a kind of we have methods to handle that. We test that and make sure that we are getting proper input from the user. In case if user is not providing proper input, you validate that and ask user. So data is not in correct format. So we just prompt user or push user to please enter. Just you can say please enter integer string or numeric string. Let me say numeric string. So this is how you can handle these kind of scenarios, friends. Good, right? So I hope I try to answer your question, my dear friend. I'm not
Yes.
seeing
Yes.
that
Yeah, I got
I
it.
don't know your
Yeah.
name, but still, see. But anyhow, this, as you mentioned, rightly mentioned, we come to know about all these things in string class while discussing string topic. Is that fine? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So do this will definitely handle that situation. We are going to check this condition when we test this only when it is a digit. Else we ask user, right? So we prompt user to come enter a numeric string. Very precisely we try to request user. So this is how we can keep validate we can keep including validations, and time to time we ask user or push user to provide proper input from wherever we want it is they are passing. So finally, of course, all this is fine for us because these things, because you are playing with data as a data engineer, these kind of validations are needed. So, and I really like the way you are asking questions as well. So next. So this is fine, friends. We have already tested this, so no problem. We'll jump to multiple if. We just covered simple if. So what do? We try to discuss what is it? Multiple if. So understood now. I think we removed. No problem. We have already discussed that, right? Sorry. So next, let's cover that next thing in next program. Okay, multiple. Sorry, we can close this. We don't need it as of now. So multiple if. What is multiple if? More than one if, friends. Same syntax, but you repeat it one more time, but with a different condition. That's all. Simply speaking. Same greatest of two numbers. Let us test it for test it with multiple if, friends. So open PyCharm. Let's do greatest of two numbers and let's apply multiple if. So you try to read as usual two values and do the validations. If this time we use two if statements. If value 1 greater than value 2, as usual, your favorite print statement we add here. What is that? F double quotes, placeholder starts is bigger than, again placeholder, and then just what is that, friends? Here value 1 definitely will be bigger than, okay, value 2 when this condition is true. Next, copy it again, paste it one more time, and then change the condition. Now you compared value 1 with value 2. Now second scenario, so there might be possibility second value might be bigger than say first value, right? Just to cover that scenario, just flip this too. So value 2
Can't we write like less than value 1 less than value 2?
You can also see we are finding what the program is greatest of two numbers. So I am applying greater symbol. Suppose smallest of two numbers, you apply small symbol, sir. Not a big problem. You can choose whatever you want. Is that clear?
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is instead of saying changing 1, 2, can't we write value 1 is less than value 2? Just symbol, simply we can change symbol, right?
Fine. But again, I'm reiterating that is one scenario, what you are saying. Okay. And this is one scenario. So I am going with greater scenario. So as you can see here, greatest of two numbers. Generally, we mention greater symbol. Got it right? Suppose smallest of two numbers, you choose small, less than, sir. That would be fine.
Okay.
But see, in any by using any of these two approaches, you can get the expected outcome, sir. Is that fine? So if you ask me, can't I use less than? My answer is yes, you can use it. Answer is straightforward. Yes, there is nothing wrong in that, right? Maybe if you ask me why are you using greater, why don't you use less, means I am choosing greater here. And you can choose small, sir. Less, that no problem. No this thing here, conflict of interest. It depends. Whatever you choose, you think is needed in the scenario, you apply that for your logic, sir. Is that okay? Right.
Yes,
so
that's okay. Yeah.
Are we in peace, sir? Are we
Yes.
making peace? You can choose less than, it's up to you, sir. Or you can choose greater than, it's up to me. It's our choice of implementing code. Finally, the goal is we should validate greatest of two numbers here with multiple if. So which one you want to follow is up to you. As I am mentioning greatest, I am choosing greater symbol, sir. In case if I mention smallest, I prefer to use smallest just to make sure.
Why I said is it's simple to change a symbol value rather than two, but it's okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm following that statement thing. That's all, sir. Just to add a meaning. That's all. Else there is whatever you are saying is 100% applicable, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm fine. Yeah. Please.
Agreed, sir. Agreed. I am completely in compliance with you, sir. Okay. Right. So this is the idea, friends. So now just change this. So that's all, friends. This is about greatest of two numbers. Now right click and then run this and just enter two values. Suppose I said test case 1, just enter for 10 and 5. This time both conditions are validated, but output come from which one? This one, because this condition is true. Okay. So now enter. So 10 is bigger than 5. Next one, scenario 2. Let's rerun again. and we have 5 here and 10 here. This time, this is validated, this condition, and even this is validated. Multiple if means every condition is validated in each if block. But which if block should get executed depends on the condition. If it is true, that if block gets executed, else it is skipped. In this scenario, either one of these two conditions will pass, not both conditions. If one is bigger than 2, then this gets passed. If 2 is bigger than 1, then this get passed. But there is no chance that both get passed here, both test cases. Got it right, friends? So I gave 5 and 10 here and then press enter. So 10 is bigger than 5. See, that's it.
So can you run one more time and give 10 and 10?
10 and 10 is not for greatest, right, sir? That is equality, right, sir? So anyhow, I want to go with your requirement. In this case, you don't get anything, right? Because this is an equality test. This is equality test.
I got it.
Yeah. If you want that, then again, we have, it's in the problem, sir. When you are creating a problem itself, you have to mention that find greatest or equality of two numbers. Then again, we do equal test. You got it right, sir? So
yes,
just a simple check.
I want to check whether it will throw an error or no, it will keep quiet.
No error, sir, because this time we are just validating 10 greater than 10 is false, right? Yes. That's all. That's all. We don't get any error, but none of these conditions are satisfied so that we don't get any output. That's all. There is no chance of getting any error here, sir. Errors exist only when you are not following syntax. That is a syntax issue. Else there might be a runtime errors when you don't provide expected input like this. We had already had enough discussion today. That should give you a very clear picture. So in these cases, these are just validation things. So when that validation fails, that it returns false, and that's all. And we don't get any output there. But if you want to cover up this scenario, just add this as one more if block. There is nothing wrong in that, sir, because this is multiple if, right? The purpose of multiple if is that only, to cover as many checks as possible. That is the purpose of multiple if. I hope this is clear now. Now this will, whatever scenario we're asking, this will cover this last scenario. So here just only thing is value 1 is equal to value 2 and right click and run this. Just enter 10 and 10. This time you can see here, sir, we are covering up that scenario as well. Is that okay, sir?
Yes, I got it.
But only thing is just change a bit of your problem here. Greatest or equality. Then we should make a small change to our problem. That's all, sir. Equality of two numbers. That's all. The previous problem we are focusing or targeting for greatest of two numbers. Now we added one more. So that included one more extra if block. Is that okay? I am not seeing the person. Who is that? Hari?
Yeah, my name is Hari.
Okay, Hari. So you got it right, Hari?
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, and one more question, just to quickly check. Okay, and in first if condition and value 2, you can hard code it. It is value 2 is equal to greater than equal to 30. What happened?
You want me to hard code? Huh?
Yeah, 30. Just what is going greater than 30. That's it. Value 2 remove.
Okay, you want to value 2. You want to directly you mean this one, huh?
Yeah. 30.
Okay. See, yes, this is allowed. So again, I should see the name. Who is the name, please?
It's fine. Yeah.
Srini. Yeah, Srini. Yeah, this is allowed. Okay. Generally in a space, but one important point is we generally avoid as much as possible hard coding. Avoid hard coding as much as possible, Srini. Is that okay? Yeah. But this is allowed. This is allowed. You can test it.
Yeah,
no
just
problem.
Curiosity. What is the output is coming or something like that? I want to check.
It depends on value 1. Let me run it. No problem, Srini. We can give a just try. Suppose you give 10. Generally, if you give 40, no problem. And then I give one second one is 80. You can see here 40 bigger than something 8. And even These two, 40 greater than 80. Of course, this is not in place for first condition. We are not validating value 2 at all, Srini.
Yeah.
You got it right. Why?
Yeah.
We are not using it right in the validation.
Yeah. This condition is now this condition is false based on our program.
This is true. Why? Because I gave 40 here, right, Srini? First value 1 is 40, right? 40 greater than 30 is true, right? Only thing is you have to again change this.
Yeah.
You got it right. As you are directly hard coding, we should always directly pass 30 here.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Got it.
So it should be 30 by default, Srini. So now this should make our output makes more sense. That's all. You got it right, Srini.
Yeah.
Even giving value, so this we have to remove value 2 in this scenario. If you are only going with this kind of scenario, value 2 is not needed. But of course, we are having other scenarios. It would be okay to have it. Okay, something like this. See, 40 is bigger than 30. Is that okay, Srini?
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's all, friends. That is about multiple if. Any more questions on this? We are good, right? So if you think the storm of questions is ended here, we will close the session. I think I really like it because when you have more asked questions, it helps us to try to understand in a different dimension here. So thank you for that wonderful questions.
Can you help me to download the Python? You said that after this class you will spend like some time.
Sure, no problem. You can share your screen with me. We are done here, friends. If you need any help, stay back. Else, share your screen. I'll help you.
How should I share my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, share. Okay.
You can directly do it. You have a share option. You don't have an issue. Yeah, see there. Now you are sharing the screen. Just Google type it as.
I just downloaded these two softwares. Let me show you.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, Harry.
See, I downloaded Anaconda and PyCharm.
Yeah,
and I installed
double
PyCharm.
Double click on PyCharm.
Yeah, I have already done that. It has already been installed.
Okay, if it is installed, don't do that. Not needed. Directly start it. Go to search and
No, I have not installed the Python one, py. You said Python.
Okay, then go to Google and just type in Python software installation. It's a simple thing, just a matter of 1 or 2 minutes. I mean, hurry. That's all.
Python
Software download. Enter. Then directly go to python.org. Choose whichever the latest version you want, Hari.
This one, right? Python.
Which one you
recommend?
Click on that website link. Click on that website link. And click on downloads. What is your machine? Windows or Mac? Which one is that?
Windows 64.
Choose Windows there. And then you can choose whatever you want to download. Like you can see there are different versions. Windows installer, download it, Hari.
Which one should I? Which one you recommend? Like 313 or 312?
So you can go with 12, no problem. See, these are all stable versions, no issues. Okay. Download 3.12, no issue. And just once it's downloaded, double click and start installing. Yeah, double click it. And then 1 minute, tick that add python.exe to path. That will and install now. Install the top one. We are done, sir. It just completes installation. Then you can start PyCharm.
Oh, so if I don't have this Python, then PyCharm will not start, right?
Yeah, it looks for that interpreter. If PyCharm should work, that interpreter should exist. So this is a pre-step to work with this IDEs, Harry. You got it?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that interpreter directly comes with these IDEs.
Oh. So, but you asked us to install Python first and later on PyCharm, but I am doing the other way.
So
I installed
you
PyCharm
try to run
initially.
it. You try to open that and see if you can create a file and test it, Hari. Then you understand what is missing there.
Okay.
You got it right?
Yeah.
And also Anaconda, if you want, I can show you even now itself. Just download same way how you download PyCharm and then just do the setup.
Yeah, I have done that. I have done Anaconda too while you were teaching today. You said
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Then at that time
yeah.
immediately I have done it. But
Yeah.
the reason they did not work might be I don't have a Python
Correct.
program.
You don't have
Python.
interpreter, sir. This is actually creates Python interpreter. That's why, Harry, you got it right.
Setup was setup was successful.
Okay.
So should I close this?
Close it. We are done. We are done, Harry. If you want to check if setup is there or not, open command prompt, Harry.
PyCharm.
Just open command prompt before you go and start PyCharm as well. Just to check, just do a quick sanity check. Just type there Python, enter. Now you have that. You can see 3.12 is there available. You got
Okay.
it, Harry. Now open PyCharm or Anaconda, anything for fine.
So see there is
Yeah,
this
you
one,
can
right?
see. Double click on that.
Here, right? Here or this one?
Anything should, I think anything should be fine. You can click on top one.
This is exe.
Then you didn't
Okay.
install PyCharm. If it is still showing exe, might be you PyCharm installation.
Community edition is already installed. See?
Then click no. Click no. Again, just choose PyCharm. Maybe the down one you choose now. The second one, apps, from apps, choose that. Yeah, not exe. The community edition. Don't click on exe. Choose.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I confused.
Fine. No problem at all.
PyCharm community edition.
Yeah. Open that. And then just select that and continue. And then you don't need that stats. Don't send. Not needed. And now new project. You can directly choose project from here and just give some name for Python. If you want to keep Python project itself, you can choose that. And it has to pick up interpreter. Yeah.
Where?
Just a minute. Let me just see.
In Python version, you have to pick up automatically.
Yeah, generally when you install, it should pick up that. Yeah, now it picked up. See? Python version. Yeah, that picked up now. Yeah. Now click on. Can you maximize that? I am not seeing complete window.
This is the maximum window. This is the Windows.
You provided project name, right?
No, I have not. So this is the location.
Fine. That's fine. Python project itself, it pick up default project name. If you want to change that, and it should enable this create button. It should enable. Welcome script. No. Git all that is not needed. Can you click on that project environment there? Interpreter type project VNV.
No, that is grayed out.
Okay, something is missing here. Okay, close it and again restart it. Yeah, you can custom environment. Click on that. Click on custom environment. So you installed Python 3.12. Okay. Can you click on that scroll down thing? There is a scroll down right at the rightmost thing. Yeah. And choose that 3.12. Okay.
Now it is activated.
Yeah, fine.
Should I click on project view?
No, you have to, this create should enable for you. That's all, Hari. So base Python is picked up. It's saying download in instance. I think again you gave something else, Hari. Just again go to that download. drop down. Please go to the drop down, rightmost side. Choose the second one, not the third one. Okay. Detected in the system. This is important for us. This is what we need. Everything is fine, but it has to enable your create button here. Something is missing from your machine. Environment, select existing, otherwise choose that. Select existing. Yeah, you choose 3.12, no problem. Still it's not enabling. Just change the project name, or you don't have permission or what?
Manohar, I got same like, but I'm able to create. But the
Yeah.
problem is he needs to restart because he installed first this PyCharm.
Oh, he need to restart his machine, huh?
Maybe it will.
Yeah, Hari, can you do one thing? Can you restart your machine?
If I restart, our communication will go away. So I will restart and rejoin this call.
You restart it and then do one thing and select like that, and it will enable create button, and that creates project. Hari, you got it right?
Okay. If not, I will ask you tomorrow.
In the help is always there, Hari. No problem at all. So again tomorrow, if you want anything, stay back. We'll discuss back.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm restarting this.
Yeah, I think everything is perfect in your machine. I don't think you have any issues. If anything is there, we'll check back.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah,
have a nice day.
Quick check.
Yeah, Narendra. Yes, please.
Let me share my screen.
Just a minute, friends. Yeah, keep share. Just share that, Narendra. Yeah.
See here, when I click right click new Python package, I'm not getting anything whether I'm able to create it or not.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, Narendra. Please go ahead.
So I didn't get any option like create or cancel.
Yeah, can you right click on that project? Press escape, Narendra.
Okay.
New Python package. Yes. Just enter some name there, some test or something, just for testing purpose. Enter. Press enter. Just enter. Just enter. It will automatically create package, Narendra.
Oh, super.
Now you can see package is created, Narendra. On that again, right click. New Python file. Just add some name, whichever you think is good for your program. Some test. For now, just add test. That should be fine, Narendra.
So enter is the word to create here.
By default, enter, sir. That's all, Narendra. And just add print and test it. Just print hello or something, Narendra. That will. You can check your code.
And coming to this Anaconda, I downloaded this thing.
Yes, Narendra. You can start Jupyter Lab actually. You can see Jupyter Notebook. Sorry, you can start Jupyter Notebook.
So
launch
on. Right?
Yeah, click on launch button. And you have to choose terminal, I believe here. Choose from here, choose terminal, console, sorry. Click on console. You don't need that. I think that is fine. No problem with these things.
Okay.
We get so you are choosing file and click on terminal, Narendra.
Okay.
Go to file and then choose somewhere we see that, right? Terminal or something.
Yeah, here. In new there is terminal here.
I'm not seeing anyhow. Click on terminal. That should create your. Click on it.
I already entered, but it's not showing anything.
Okay, no problem. Can we check on this tomorrow, Narendra?
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
directly show you in the session itself. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you, Keshav sir? Anything? Okay. We'll close this session here.
Sorry, I
friends.
was on mute. Yeah. Yeah, nothing, sir, from my
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Okay, sir. Bye. Yeah.